Hi, I'm Clara, and tonight I'm making for dinner Speedy lasagna. And on the side, I want to make a salad. So we're gonna make like the dressing, and I also like it to sit for a while longer. So I'm gonna put olive oil up to around the middle of here, with the help of my mom, because this jar is a little heavy.
Yeah, so that's our olive oil, and Claire's going to tell us when to stop. We just put some nice olive oil.
Let's see, not there yet, no.
Tell me when.
Stop.
Okay, so that's about a third cup. We have on our kit this some measurement markings on the side, so that's helping to guide us. And what comes next?
Some balsamic vinaigrette seasoning. Now we'll measure.
Go sideways, and that helps.
Now, let's see.
I'll help you so you don't have too big a spill. There you go. Okay.
Now this is 1 tablespoon. We'll put that in. And now we're going to put some balsamic vinegar. And we're going to put another 1 tablespoon in. So let's pour that in.
We're going to add it up to about 3 tablespoons, right?
Okay. So we're going to do 3 of these. This is a little tricky.
Oh, perfect. It's okay.
That's 1.
How about we do it over our mat? I'm not usually too concerned about kids making mess in the kitchen because that's kind of part of the fun, and it's nothing that a dish rag can't fix. And I find that when my kids are making making their own things for dinner, they're more likely to eat it and try it and enjoy it.
And not care about the mess.
We don't care too much about the mess. We can always fix that.
So I'll clean up the messes I made, and now what we're going to do is take the funnel out, sort of squeeze it a little, put it on the mat so it doesn't make another mess, and I don't have to get the cloth again. Now, guess what I'm going to do next? Shake it.
Shake it, baby, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milk cake and pour it from a can.
So it should look like this, and maybe when you're having dinner, it might start to separate again. So like before you pour it on, you should shake it really hard again. So
yeah, and what we love about that is it can store in the refrigerator if we don't use it all, and that's good for up to a couple of weeks. And sometimes when the olive oil gets into the refrigerator, it might solidify. So if you know you need to use your dressing, I recommend taking it out of the fridge a little bit early so that it starts to warm up. Or a hack that I use is I just plunk it into a mug of hot water and it will warm it up quickly. But this totally beats buying your own salad dressings when you can make it that easily from scratch.
And it's also just like some vinegar, oil, and our balsamic.
The spices. There's no junk in there at all, right?
No. It's really just simple. Like you can make it in like 1 or 2 minutes.
Thanks for making that, Clara. I'm looking forward to my salad.
Thank you. Hi again. So I'm going to crack some eggs. So we've already done 2. Now let's crack the first one.
How many do we need in total, Clara?
We need 5. So that's, since I've already done 3, guess how many left there are? 2. So this is one of them. 2.
This has been something we've been working on, this egg cracking thing, right?
And I finally got it.
It's a big deal, right?
We're gonna put that up. We've almost taken all of the cottage cheese, but since my family's not using it for anything else, I'm pretty sure. Does that seem like 1 cup to you? I'll take the dip and spreader, and I'll smush it out a bit. So it's 1 cup. Now there's still a little bit left, so we'll leave that. This is really good, really awesome whisk. It's small and the size for kids around like my age, and my brother, well, maybe he wants to use the big whisk, but I like using this. So here we are whisking it up, and I like to try and squash the egg and then start stirring it up because it's a simple tip, except, and then it starts making it get mushy, and then it gives you the chance.
So we're going to make our cheesy layer for the lasagna. What are we going to add to those egg yolks? That's 5 egg yolks. Can you pour that into the big bowl now, Clara?
Now we're going to pour this into a huge bowl because they might not fit in like one of these. Now it's time for our 3 cups of cottage cheese.
Well, it's 3 half cups, so that made
1 cup and a half.
1 cup and a half. Perfect. That's some good math. So 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, and you have the option in this recipe to use
some
ricotta cheese if you like.
Yeah, and then at the end, my mom likes to put in a little bit of fiber or omega. So we're using the Italiano. So we're gonna put 3 pinches of that in.
Oh, go for it. Sprinkle it in there. You can dump half the bag in there if you want, Clara.
No, I think I'll actually do maybe 2 more.
Go for it. Because that's not going to do too much for the nutrition. If you want to really amp it up, you can dump in it. So these coat and cook mixes are designed as like shake and bakes. You know, we've all kind of grown up having a few chicken. I'm going to just go for a little bit more there. See?
Okay.
A little chicken in the shake and bake. Well, our coat and cooks are gluten-free and breadcrumb-free, but they add those, like Clara said, the fiber. You can go ahead and stir that up, Clara.
So we're going to use our dip and spreader to stir it up. So I might end up using 2 sides.
Okay. Yeah, and we just amped up the nutrition. So home cooking is always healthy, but...
And fun.
And fun. Oh, I like that.
And also really yummy. So, don't be afraid to cook, because don't think you're like a bad person at cooking, because if you make an accident, turn it into something like, let's say I accidentally put too much tomatoes in some sauce, for let's say. So then I could just say, well, I'll make a bigger tomato sauce. So it's like that. So,
actually, that's a great tip. Let's talk about our tomato sauce. Do you want to? I'll pull this to the side so you can show them how we make big batches of tomato sauce, right?
So what we do is we take a can of tomatoes. It can be like at least puree tomatoes. So then we have our marinara seasoning. And then all what you do is you take 1 can of tomatoes, and then we put in, using a really handy 2-sided, actually, well, 2-sided and then an extra on one side. And, well...
There's 4 different measuring marks, but to use the big one, the tablespoon, we use 3 of those, right?
Yep, 3 of those. And then all of that, you put it in a mixer. We have one over here, and then we blended it up. And then we took a pot, and guess what we did? We made it into Epicure's marinara sauce, what we are going to use.
So we use our multi-purpose pot often for that. Just 15 minutes of simmering is all you need. Then we can freeze that into smaller portions or in containers and have big batches of tomato sauce ready any night of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere you need tomato sauce, it's ready to go.
But you still need to buy at least some tomatoes.
You do. And we like to buy the ones that are salt-free from the store. So, Clara, could you start by preparing our bottom layer for our lasagna and put 1 half cup over there of tomato sauce directly into the bottom of our multi-purpose steamer.
And it's the big one. There's also a rectangular one, but we're going to do the big one since.
Oh, you know what we forgot, Clara? We forgot to stir our egg whites into that. Did we add it in already?
No.
Okay, so the one ingredient that we missed mixing right into our big bowl was the egg white. So that's just 3/4 of a cup of egg white. So while Clara gets her sauce going, I'll do that on the side and mix it into our egg and cheese mixture over here.
And I measured out this, and I'm going to sort of put it all over the place.
These are just oven-ready noodles, so that's one option. You could use fresh noodles that are soft, or you can buy the kind that you need to boil and boil them. So you have a few options here. So we happen to have in our cupboard today some of the oven-ready noodles. So there we go with our first little layer there. And what do we want to add next?
Some zoodles. They're really fun and easy to make.
What are zoodles?
They're zucchini noodles. So here I have one whole zucchini. We're going to do one whole zucchini washed. So you take the top and don't touch the blade. And then you start twisting away. And then you see those green things? Those are what they look like. So it comes out the top, and don't ever touch the blade. Like, no one that I know has ever done that, but still, I wouldn't dare try.
Don't dare try.
And also, if it becomes like this even longer, you should try like cutting it off.
Do you want me to give you a smaller piece so it'd be more manageable?
Yep. We'll start with that.
Is that easier?
Yep. But once this part gets too low, we can use something called this. We place it on the top and we turn it like normal.
And that helps to keep your fingers really away from the blades, right?
Yep. And you see it stays together. Well, it actually isn't. It just looks like that since it came out together.
The sauce is smelling so good over here. It's under my nose. Yes, Clara can show you. Those are all turning into beautiful zucchini noodles, which we can make a nice vegetable layer and keep this a vegetarian lasagna. If you wanted to, you could actually ahead of time, right in the steamer, take some ground beef and seasoning of your choice. We like pizza seasoning, for example, and sprinkle that onto our ground beef and put that into the multi-purpose tray, on the multi-purpose steamer and on the tray in the microwave, and cook that out in about 5 minutes or less. We've got our meat cooked, and you could have a meat layer ready for your lasagna too.
And also, this thing is actually two-sided, so you can use this side, you can use that side. There's no difference.
Do you want me to make some of the other side noodles while you start layering that one in, Clara? And I'll show them that, so you can put your zoodles in there. And
so they're really cool. Like, look how long they can end up.
So beautiful.
Even actually longer. So let's plop these in.
So yeah, there's another blade on the other side that is thicker, and it will make ribbons fatter once we get it going. There you go.
Or it takes off the peel for you. So here we are, sprinkling it. And now I'll put this big fatty on.
Big fatty on.
And also, if you don't have that handy tool, you can just take this and like slice it off.
Oh, a lot of people have this, and that's sometimes what we do with the leftovers that come out the end, right? I'll show you another option.
So you just make medallions like this. They're really cool.
You want to eat that one? Go for it. Okay, so what's our next layer, Clara?
Our next layer is this.
Would you like to use our lovely ladle?
How many should I use?
Oh, maybe 1/3 of that.
So that's 3.
Yeah, I think we're going to aim for a 3-layer lasagna. If it was a 2-layer lasagna, we might use half of the mixture. But let's just try about 1/3 of the mixture. So maybe 3 or 4 scoops.
I'll go with 3.
Okay.
So it isn't that cheesy.
That's fine.
Well, maybe my brother would go for cheesy.
We like cooking because you can just sort of experiment and you don't have to worry about the rules too much. Okay, how about another layer of lasagna?
So we cracked it up earlier because they were like about that long. So we had to like break it ahead of time.
Just so it fit into the steamer, right? I like working together with you, Clara, in the kitchen.
Thank you. I'll take that little. So I spread this out. Now, what we are going to do, should we put another layer of zoodle?
Oh, go for a little more sauce there. Don't be shy. I love tomato sauce.
Yummy.
Maybe about half of that amount. Go for it. Half of that cup. Perfect. Okay. Just spread that around.
Good.
Awesome.
And we'll spread that around once more. So, since we're making lasagna, have you ever thought like making one of those big ones that take like a really long time with onions and all of that? Well, if you want to make it really fast and you're like really hungry, make this because it's really hungry. So, now that I've done that, we're going to put
more
zoodles and medallions. So, like we're putting medals inside.
Go for it.
I'm going to eat medals.
Beautiful.
So, put that down.
Now back to your
cheese mixture.
Okay, I'll pull that.
Now it's going to become 7 cups in all of this whole thing.
Okay,
so
last
now,
layer.
Let's go for this long guy that way now. So it's sort of like a jingle except we cheated once. There. Here is my Speedy lasagna. So now that it's like that, we're going to put one more layer. Get it. And this is going to be
Ooh, bless
really
you.
sneezy.
Well, at least you've learned over time to turn away. I'm going to just keep going for you, okay? Scrape it down. Actually, that's one of the great things I love about our silicone kitchen tools, especially even with our ladle. If you can see what's happening from the back, you've never met a ladle like this.
It's clearing up.
It clears everything. It has
Can
a
I
very
see my
soft
hand?
edge on it, so it
So
scrapes
it won't
every
scratch
last
at
bit.
all.
There's nothing ever left behind when you use our silicone kitchen tools. They're awesome. Mozzarella?
Cheese.
Mozzarella cheese. Okay, give it a good sprinkling on top. Do you want the rest of the zoodles in there?
Yes, please. And we'll do that at the same time.
Okay.
So it's like really mixed up.
Mmm. Get all that cheese in there.
Yummy cheese. It's going to be a cheesy lasagna though, I bet. And do you need an oven for this? No. You just cook it in the microwave.
Really? The microwave?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you have an option of using this silicone steamer in the oven, and it would take just as long to bake as an ordinary lasagna. But the reason we call this a 15-minute lasagna is that it will cook
really fast, really easy, really simple, and it's good.
Yeah. We're going to do 5 minutes first with the lid on.
And also when you're taking it out, make sure this is away from your face. So I would recommend putting it in this way so it's facing the microwave, not facing you. So like when you take it out, it's like the opposite.
So it'll go in that direction up into the microwave. 5 minutes, and then we'll take the lid off, continue it for another 8 minutes with the lid off, and dinner will be ready.
And we're also going to do something while that happens.
What are we doing, Clara?
We're going to make our salad.
Oh, we're going to make our salad. I'm probably going to use that slicer to slice through all of our veggies for that, right? Super quick.
Now, I'll put it in the microwave, and we'll say goodbye. So now, I'm just finishing up the salad, so you see I've already got my peppers down there. I got some salad. And Mom's going to put on some more peppers. And there's also spinach. So I'm chopping up tomatoes with the ceramic knife. So it's easy. It's fun. So there. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it like that, and I'm slicing through like that. So those are the tomatoes I've done so far, okay? And I just need to do one more now, okay? So hold it from the back and go through. There. Those are my tomatoes. Let's put them in now. And after I put them all in, we're going to put this all up together. And our lasagna's in there for 5 minutes with the cover on.
Well, you can see it behind you. And you want to give one last shake to our balsamic that we made?
Remember our balsamic? Now that it's layered, we have to shake it again, like I said earlier. So now I'm going to make the table.
So the lasagna came out of the microwave. It had 5 minutes with the lid on and another 8 minutes with the lid off. And it just needs to sit for about 5 minutes before we can serve it. And it's a perfect chance for the kids to get the table ready.
Thank you, Clara. And this is very yummy. Very well then. Thank you for saying that. This is our Speedy lasagna.